What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into this new Shawn Mendes album. So we're going to pretty much get right into it. I'm just going to ask you guys to like this video. And of course, like, subscribe to the channel, you know, that YouTuber shit. I'm also going to ask you guys to check out Patreon if you guys want to. So obviously with copyrighted material, this channel doesn't make revenue, and that's okay. It's not about the money, obviously, or I would have stopped doing this a long time ago. But because of all the people that support me over on Patreon, I'm able to still do this as a career. So amazing. I'm so thankful. So if you guys want to support me over there, I actually will have this album as a full album listening party over there. So basically the video you're watching now, without editing it, I kind of just put it on Patreon. So we jam the album together, and then I will like chop it up for YouTube so that it's, you know, better for the copyright and all those things like that. So if you guys want access to that, as well as all the other 400 plus exclusive videos I have over there, the link's in the description. It means the world to me if you guys check that out. So there are 4 songs we're not listening to today, only because I have full breakdowns of those songs on my YouTube channel. So for the 4 singles that had come out prior to this. So if you guys want to check those out, again, links in the description. It's not in the description. It's on my YouTube channel. But I'm excited to dive into this. So we're going to start right away with Who I Am.
I gotta do, I gotta let you down. Everything's hard to explain out loud.
Oh, that harmony.
Sorry, gotta do it, gotta let you down.
Damn, sorry, gotta do it, gotta let you down. It's like if I'm about to expose myself or like put my heart out there on the line, I just know that it's gonna come with its own consequences. Like, that's deep.
Cause I don't really know who I am right now. No, I don't really know. Losing myself trying to make you proud.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, gotta do it, gotta let you down.
Okay, so I don't know how old Shawn Mendes is, but I think that everybody kind of comes to this point in their life, right? Where it's like, I have to do whatever is right for me, even if I don't know what that is, even if there is an expense and it is the loss of kind of like everyone I know or what people think of me. Like I feel like there's a certain age where you kind of like go through this. I know myself personally have definitely gone through this.
And it broke my heart when I canceled tour. Had my soul in my head going back and forth. No, I don't understand who I am right now. So I bought a new place in a warmer town.
Oh, I mean, he's just setting the stage. Like, I mean, we know the vibe because of the singles, but he's really setting the stage with this track because I feel like it's the reason it gives you the motivation for wanting to make this album and make it sound the way that it's going to sound, I'm imagining. So I love that vulnerability right away of just saying like, you know, I'm sorry that I had to cancel tour, or I didn't want to cancel tour. You know, I went and bought this new house to try to like move on from something. I'm trying to like, I realize I pieced those together in a weird way, but the whole point being like, I'm trying to discover who I am as a person. And again, there's going to be wreckage with that. Like, that's just how it happens. But I think that's the difference is like the reason I asked about his age is because I feel like you get to a certain age where you start to realize that other people's opinion of what you're doing, it's going to bother you, but it doesn't matter what they think. So like, even though it might hurt your feelings to hear people say things about you and stuff, at the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter. You still have to do what you want to do. And Shawn Mendes just set the tone there. All right, that's the dream.
In this way since 17, highs and lows and in betweens, my love. We said
He does those soulful little ad libs with his voice, and it is just so good. Oh,
got this wedding in a week. Can't believe you won't be there with me myself.
wait, I know that space is supposed to help, but I feel like a shadow of myself. So it almost makes me think we were supposed to have space to be able to kind of like find ourselves. But the truth is like, maybe what I knew about myself all kind of existed within you. So this separation has actually distanced me from my own like well-being. I feel like when you have love that is strong like that, it can definitely give you a sense of like, who the fuck am I if you lose it? Oh.
That's the dream.
I love that breathiness. I talk about that so much, but like there's something about just how it's like chilling to hear how emotional a breathy tone sounds, especially when it's like a little bit of a higher range too. So good. But I also love that Shawn uses so much of the song to like ad lib that low end of it as well, to like just make me be in my feels the entire time, not just some of it.
Promises, but promises are hard to keep. But why'd I have to go and leave when I know nothing good comes easily?
Oh,
I don't know if it's meant to be.
Wait, the build up in that was so good. I don't know how I just tried to reverse that, but I want to go back a little bit. Oh my God.
Easily. I don't know if it's meant to be. I know we made up promises, but promises are hard to keep. But why'd I have to go and leave when I know nothing good comes easily? I don't know if it's meant to be, but that's the dream.
And I feel like that's kind of something that I'm gonna hear a lot through this, is like, this is an upbeat track, right? But like there's just so much sadness to it, because it sounds like Shawn Mendes may have walked away from the thing that was making him happy just because things got hard. That's just what I hear in this song. Like, it seems like he had what he wanted, but even though it was like a challenge to him, he just like maybe wasn't strong enough at that time to be part of that. It is true that like all the things you want, and this is what every like douchebag motivational thing we'll talk about, but like it's important to say, like, the hardest things are always the things that are in front of what you want the most. So like, even for example, like if your relationship, if you really love somebody, it's why they say if you love somebody so much, you'll fight for it. That's true, because anything that you want is just on the other side of hard, because once you get over hard, man, like everything you could have ever wanted. And that's the dream. And so I feel like there's that tension there where Shawn is dealing with that, of like, he knew what the dream was, but he may have made some sort of mistake that caused him to lose that dream, which sounds more like a nightmare, hence the tension in the song. Okay, speaking of heavy, this is heavy. Ring it out.
It's been so heavy, it's been so long. It's been so heavy.
Oh, whoa, I got a goosebump on my cheek.
I've been so lonely.
Wait, I love how powerful that was, and then he just moves on from it like he didn't affect us right now. Excuse me?
In this way, it's been so heavy.
Oh.
You've been trying to talk to me.
Oh my God, there's so much room in this instrumental as well. I love the reverb. It just kind of feels like a lot of people sitting in a room playing this, like it's like a dark room, little fucking candle, and they're playing in this, and it just sounds like it just fills every piece of that room. I can feel that in these headphones right now.
Tired of all these nights awake, carrying this way. It's been so heavy.
Why is it so good?
It's been so long, running from everything and nothing at all. You've been rock steady.
Oh my God.
Running from everything
Shawn.
and nothing at all.
Fuck, dude. Like in that whole song, the idea of being that you had the thing that was going to keep you stable, keep you steady, hold you down, your rock, your heavy. The idea of always having that option until you don't, and you're ready to let that person in, is fucking heavy on its own. Hence the reason I feel like the wordplay in this can be used in so many ways. It's been so heavy for him having to deal with the pain of not having that person around, but at the same time, he doesn't have his heavy around. He doesn't have his rock anymore. And I just want to like go back to talking about how much sound was available in this song. And I mean, like, it's very vocal heavy. It's a toned down instrumental, but it builds up so fucking big from the very beginning. And I feel like even though there's not a lot of instruments happening, all that space is filled, and it's so beautiful to hear because it literally, I was just picturing them singing this in a fucking cathedral in the dark with one candle the entire time. That's magic. But that vulnerability, again, I'm going to use the word so much until I pick up a thesaurus. Wow. Who knew that I knew a thesaurus instead of a dictionary? I actually don't know if that's right, but until I find out some, other words to use, okay? Maybe I'll take some English classes so I don't sound so ridiculous. However, I love like him just giving his all in every vocal. And I don't mean like trying to hit the crazy high note and like do this massive thing. I mean putting his entire emotion, his entire feeling, whatever he's going through at that moment is in every single breath. Hence the reason I love the breathiness. I feel like somebody being overwhelmed by their emotions would sound like that when they are talking and singing. And hi, Shawn, that's you today. And today, well, nope, I don't have I'm still out of contacts, guys. Okay. So I don't even have my glasses on because the ring light. So let me zoom in physically. Stupid. Okay. That'll be the day.
Somebody I don't know, doesn't matter what you say.
Yep.
It's not ever gonna change. You can fight the truth till your face turns blue. This love is here to stay.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's just Shawn's vocal like stacked on top of each other a bunch of times, like him doing some takes of like different different pieces of that. That sounds so fucking good stacked right here.
That'll be the day I lose you.
Oh, we need a music video for this one.
That'll be the day.
Love that, like a little bit of a haunting feel. I'm getting thrown back to like folklore Taylor. Okay, like in the instrumentation here a lot. I really appreciate that presence. I really want a visual of this so bad.
I'll be faking sex, 'cause you'll be on my mind. But there will be a day.
Wasting breath, faking sex, cause you'll be on my mind. God damn. I like to hear a shred session in a folksy kind of song.
Come over tonight, we can swallow our pride, we can swallow some wine, 'cause there will be a day I lose you.
Why does it have to be so chilling at the end? I mean, you're talking about the reality of never giving up on somebody. Like the only way you're giving up on them is when you die. You are there till death, even if they're not necessarily with you. He even says like, why don't you come over? We'll swallow our pride, swallow some wine, because we can't be together. We won't. I know that I'll lose you at some point, even if we're not actually together. And I think that I feel like everybody can learn a lot from this song. And I feel like as you get older, you definitely care about it more. But like, I feel like when you really start to understand that nothing is forever, it makes emotions, it makes love feel deeper. It makes death a little bit more like scary in a way because it's so final and so permanent. But when you think about love that way, think about it with like the most emotion like that. Like think about like somebody that you want to give all of those bleeding heart moments to forever until you're no longer there. Think about it. When you realize that life is so precious and you still want to dedicate every breath to this person, whether you're with them or not, that is such a beautiful and deep emotional connection that I feel like anybody that ever gets to experience that, like that is true love. And I feel like you hear it from his voice too. So it's not enough to just like hear it lyrically, but like for him to really present it in a way that like, I believe you. Like I believe that you would rather just sit in a room, drink some wine, forget anything that ever like occurred between you and this person that you love so much, and literally just embrace each other. Like I know that anybody who's ever lost somebody that they really love or whatever, maybe they even lost a family member, although I don't think it's the same, but it can be in a way because love can be such a deep connection on that level too. So like losing somebody that close to you, and you know that deep down you would go back and give any stupid moment in the entire fucking world to have one moment with that person again. That's what I feel this song really represents. It's like, I'm not giving up on you until the day that I die, meaning I will do anything to have moments with you because I realize that I won't ever be able to let you go. Maybe I just dove way too deep into that for no reason. Absolutely no reason. All right, In Between.
And it's never gonna happen if it doesn't right now. Doesn't end with a ring, is it just sex? But what about the in-betweens?
Oh!
You lay your head.
Wait, I was just gonna pause this for a second because I have goosebumps. I gotta stop. Hold on. Oh, I like when I get them in the ears too. Woo! Okay. The thing about what he just said, I think is really important because I used to live my life in such a black and white fucking like outlook on life where like everything was wrong or right. It was yes or no. There is no gray area. And I want to tell you that like I grew up like 30 something years of my life that way. Fuck all of that. Because yeah, you do start to look at things like, is this relationship, if we're not getting married, are we just fucking? Like, is that all this is? Even though everyone knows that's not true. But you start to really, I don't know, you can think that way and you can think yourself into a horrible existence that way. So I just want to take it back though, because I already felt those emotions. And then he comes in with talking about the in-between and it's the way he says it. It just connects me to it. Let's fucking go.
Next. But what about the in-betweens? You lay your head on me, living for the next time that we touch.
Ooh.
Isn't that enough? The way you hold up and can make me fall in love.
Oh. Okay, I'm just a little bit confused though, because I don't know if he's actually singing this for us to listen to or if he's singing this for somebody. Like this, the whole time I'm hearing this, I am visualizing Shawn Mendes just staring somebody down. Like I feel like this is meant for someone. I always say like I don't feel privy to some of this personal information, and this is one of those moments.
Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough?
Oh my God.
Isn't that enough?
Beautiful harmony. There's a good high end in there too. Come on. Like that's what I mean. Like I feel like Shawn's letting us in on some shit that maybe like we're not supposed to know. I don't know. Like this feels so real. And I think like it's those personal experiences that are added into a song that add that extra flavor of this is so much more than a song. Music has so much more meaning than just what's going on that we can hear. And I feel like Shawn means every fucking word of this, you know, talking about, okay, let's say that we're not together now. Okay. See you. I guess I'll see you never. And then the fact that it doesn't mean anything to you because I'm not actually dead. But what about all the in between? What about the times that we could be spending together? What about the moments when we were able to just lay together, when we, you know, when we were just like having fun? What about all the other parts? And again, it takes you back to that feeling of thinking in black and white. When you think in black and white so much, you can actually ruin your friendships, your relationships, your family life, everything, because you don't give anybody a chance to just exist. You don't give people a chance to just live. We always look at these. I feel like the hustlers give us this problem, like the hustler mindset people, because they're always like, you have to make this goal and it's all about this final thing. And you're always striving to be this person. And it's like, but what about all the moments that you're like living? Like you're going to wake up one day fucking 40 and you're like, oh, what did I do with my 20s? What did I do with my 30s? I was too busy chasing after something that I forgot to turn around and look and see all the great things. So maybe you're in a relationship where that person doesn't want to be married, or maybe you're not quite to that level in your relationship to where you want to be married. Does it mean that it's meaningless to lay in bed and experience each other? And at the same time, does it mean that it's meaningless to be dating and enjoying vacations and all these things? Like none of that is meaningless just because you haven't gotten married yet. So I just feel like there's such a deep feeling that like can be a broad message that we can all vibe with. But at the same time, I also feel like it's just very personal because I feel like he's putting his own shit out there. All right, this is The Mountain.
I took a trip to the mountains. I took a sip from the fountain. Felt to be free.
Hey.
And you can say it was drugs. You can say it was God. You can say I'm a dreamer. You can say I'm too far gone. But I saw something out there, so call it what you want.
Ooh. Love this. I feel like I'm just picturing Shawn the whole time at the top of this mountain. And the thing that he's talking about is like, You can say that I took a drug. You can say that I found God. You can say that I'm losing my mind and that I'm going crazy. The point is, it doesn't matter what you call it. I know what I saw, or not that I know what I saw, but I know I saw something. I know I felt something. And I love that because this goes right back to track 1 when he's talking about who I am. The idea of being able to find yourself, no matter what other people will say or what other kind of situation you're going to go down and have to like deal with. It's the same situation in the mountain. People are going to call you crazy. People are going to say that you've lost your mind. You don't know what you're talking about. You didn't see that. You didn't see aliens. You're on drugs. You're on this. You're on that. It wasn't this beautiful thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what other people think about anything that you do, see, say, feel, whatever, because at the end of the day, you're living your truth. And I feel like Shawn is like, maybe he's discovering his truth. Either way, it's really cool to get to experience it right now.
I spent a week in the jungle. Back to LA, I was humbled. Turns out I don't understand. You can always blame the woman. It's gotta be her fault.
Ooh.
You can say I'm a dreamer.
Wait, there. See, look, my brain connected it. Got the goosebumps again. This time the chills hit the kneecap. But I got to say, what he just said, you get like talking about love now. So the first one is him finding himself, right? The second one is like a relationship that's falling apart. And you can say that it was love. You can say that it was the girl's fault. You can say all these things. The point is, people are going to talk. They're going to make their own assumptions about every fucking thing that exists in life. But you know what the truth is. And I fucking love that. I just feel so connected to this shit today.
It's way too far. Some days I have a change of heart. Say I'm too young, you can. Say I'm too old, you can. Say I like girls or boys, whatever fits your mold, you can. Say I'm a...
Fuck yeah, dude. Because here's the thing. He's got hella people consistently talking about everything in his life. And it goes right back to all of that self-discovery. You can say whatever you want. You can say that I'm into whoever you want. It doesn't matter. What I know is the feeling that I have found, and I don't care what you call it, and I don't care how you call it. It is what it is. I fucking love that.
I've never been better, so call it what you want.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. That's fucking growth in a song. That shit right there is probably my favorite moment on this album. And it's simply for the sake of it. It represents all of the growth that he has been doing on his own, because regardless of what it is that you discover at the end, all that matters is that you are comfortable and happy with you. Because when you are strong in how you feel, when you are strong in your morals, your values, when you are strong in your beliefs, whatever, all these buzzwords, I'm going to keep talking. The point being, when you're strong in those things, it doesn't matter what anybody says about you. I guarantee you now, if you feel so strongly about something and you feel that it is everything to you, you know that you are happy feeling this way about this. If somebody is to come up and call you a name or anything, it doesn't faze you anymore, because you don't care what they're calling it. And at the same time, it goes deeper than that, right? That's just on like a base level, but also people can write their tabloids about you. People can, make videos about you. People can write up their opinions about you. They can, especially social media. It doesn't matter. People are going to narrate and say, your relationship fell apart because it's the girl's fault, or because it's this, or, oh, Shawn likes boys, Shawn likes girls. The point is, it doesn't fucking matter to anyone else, except for once you know what your truth is, that's all that matters. And you don't care what other people call it. And I think that's really fucking strong on just like a life level. But in this song delivered this way, I'm so fucking here for it. So my favorite track on this album, and that's actually hard to say because these songs are so good that like I haven't really been able to pick one. This is definitely my favorite though, because it just like it tags on to Who I Am, which is a song that I already appreciated just lyrically. And I feel like it tags on to it, but makes it like in a bigger way. Like it really helps you understand it from Shawn's personal perspective. And I think that's fucking sick. All right, rolling right along.
Rolling right along.
Hey.
I was trying to grow up way too fast.
Makes me want to go back to In Between right there when he says that, because it's that part of recognizing that you aren't going to get the time back. So all the time that you spend on anything is so important, because like you basically just want to spend the time on the things that you really love. Otherwise you're going to lose it.
And that's alright, 'cause I'm not the only one.
Ooh, 2 years since I held my baby tight, learned, hold on, let me go back so I don't like misquote it.
Baby tight. Learn my heart can break and that's alright.
Again, it's such a valuable lesson. Learning that my heart can break and that's all right. Learning more about yourself. The point is, like, life is gonna life. The journey is right, but we have to find a way to find comfort within ourselves and also learn ourselves. Like, the fact that our heart can break makes love that much more beautiful. Beautiful backing vocals. God damn. I just picture him in some overalls, no shirt on under it, with like one of them down, with a banjo playing that shit right now, right next to some trains as they're rolling on by. Come on, that's a visual right there for that. I really appreciate the song because it's just talking about the momentum of life, because it doesn't matter if your heart breaks. It doesn't matter if you're sad. Life's going to keep on going until it doesn't, right? And I think that there's that momentum of life carries over into other things too. So like he says, you know, I'm rolling through life. I'm learning about myself. I have a relationship. I lost my relationship. It made me learn about myself, and I keep on moving forward though, because what else can I do? So I'm going to keep using that motion, because at some point I'm not the only one moving on. Other people are too. And here I am, I'm moving on my way through life. I like his delivery to this a lot, because again, it gave me such a visual. Like, I used to think I didn't have a very good imagination. Why, man? So anyways, I used to think I didn't have a good imagination, and now that I have one, I really appreciate when songs can be so visual, to a point that I feel like I'm hanging out with my boy Shawn Mendes right now, with his just at a old train stop. There's hay everywhere. It feels like it's old, like it might be in the 60s or the 70s. That's a vibe right there. It's hallelujah. I did not know this was going to be a cover. I'm ready.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you?
Oh, he's got the voice for this. God damn.
Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall in the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah.
Oh.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Dude.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I feel like because this album has been so like emotionally heavy, when you get to this song, especially when you're listening to it through the album, doesn't it feel like it hits just like that much harder? Like, obviously, like, this is a beautiful rendition of this, but like after everything we've been through in this album, this definitely feels like it just hits just a little harder.
Faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah.
I'm like, I'm not even fucking around. Like I feel like he's singing inside my body right now. Like this is so fucking real. Ah!
And she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Also, like high key, my grandma. Damn it, no. My grandma fucking loved the song, and like Shawn's fucking killing me right now, dude. Like, I lost my grandma a few months ago, and like that shit. Obviously, I'm still not over it. But Shawn, what the fuck, dude?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Well, maybe there's a God above. As for me, all I've ever learned from love is how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. But it's not a crime that you're here tonight. It's not some pilgrim who claims to have seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Wow. It's like one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard Shawn Mendes do. There's so many pieces of Shawn Mendes in my head right now. Oh my God. Yeah, definitely one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard from Shawn Mendes by a long shot. And like, we're talking about somebody who's just so talented. I'm going to do the rest of his albums. Like, after this album, like I realized like, I don't know what all of his music sounds like, but I know like his big singles, they're wonderful, obviously. This rendition though, like all the other things he's good at, put those aside for the second. This rendition, just musically, on like a musical and vocal level, if you did not know who Shawn Mendes was, this is one of the coolest versions of this song that I've heard. My grandmother loved this song, and like, so I heard it so much as a kid, and like my grandma, like I would never hear her sing a lot, but like she loved Brooks and Dunn, right? And she loved this song, and like I feel like I feel like Shawn like let me hang out with my grandma for a little bit just now. And like it's not just because like she loved that song so much, but like it's because I like wanted to show it to her. You know what I mean? Like fuck. Anyways. Fuck. Okay. All the emotional parts aside from this last track, which just broke me, and like also part of it too is like grandmother stuff aside, like he really built up this being the last moment on the album that we listened to, because there's just so much emotional depth that he took us throughout this entire thing that it only makes sense that we end up like at just such a big part when we're already feeling so emotional. So that's probably a lot of it too, for real. On like the most serious note though, this is an incredible album. I'm a really big fan of these like super personal moments. And I'm also a huge fan of like that personal growth as somebody who's like had to go through that so much in my life. Like I definitely like the person you see on camera. It took a long time to become this person. Like, and like, that's why I always try to talk about it. Cause like, dude, I didn't have a ton of friends. I got bullied. I went to like 4 different third grades. Like my shit was fucked up. And like, because of that, I had to learn a lot about myself by myself with myself. And it takes a lot to do that. And for Shawn to have these moments, such as Who I Am and The Mountain, I feel like those are so standout, even though I love the message of this. I love all the heartbreak and speaking about like growing from all those things. That's all so important. But the personal growth that Shawn as a person has done in front of us on this record is absolutely beautiful. It is captured in such a beautiful way. And I hope that, you know, in 30, 40 years, when he revisits this again, he can feel that same special moment in which he figured it out. He figured out that it doesn't fucking matter what other people think and what they call you and what they say about you. As long as you're living the life that you want to live and be the person that you want to be, you have success and happiness. You could call it what you want. I just feel like Who I Am and The Mountain they truly represent what Shawn, I think, has gone through for himself. The rest of this album, I feel like, does touch on just the pain of actually losing love and maybe not being able to get it back. And like, what do you do once you can't get it back? What do you do when your everything is no longer there? Like, and I feel like Shawn that's what he's trying to discover in this. I love it sonically. I love the singer-songwriter folksy feeling. You know, for the songs that I've heard from Shawn in the past, they'd always been much bigger production, definitely more like go to the radio type shit, obviously until we listened to his album. But I felt like when I heard all of that, that is a version of Shawn. And because I know those pieces, this hits a little bit harder because you could tell he went into a different place with this. There's this rock soul vibe, but at the end of the day, like it's a lot of that like classical, like I want to say like, I mean, it's got that folk sound. There's like a lot of piano to it. There's like a classical sound to it, but at the same time, it is just that singer songwriter, all or nothing. Let me lay my heart out on the line. And if you want to listen to it, cool. And if not, that's cool too. That's what I got from Shawn Mendes in this. And I feel like for a person to go through all that on such a major platform, like such a big scale, like for a person to go through those things as a person is already hard, let alone go on a scale like this and then put it out for other people. I commend you, my friend, because that is absolute beauty. Music should heal. Music should be there to help others heal. And it should be there to kind of like let us all understand that we've gone through these things before. And maybe you can help someone else go through those things earlier in their life so they don't have to start figuring those things out so much later. Like I said, I was like 29 or 30 when I started to like wake up and realize like, dude, what am I doing? Like, who am I? And I think that like it happens to everybody at a different time. But the reason I say that is because you want to be strong in your own convictions, that it doesn't matter what other people say, put, or press onto you. You can like, that shit doesn't fucking phase you because you can let anybody call whatever you do what they want to call it, but it's making you happy and it's finding your truth within yourself. Shawn did that throughout this entire album. It's fucking amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm super sorry for getting really sad for no reason on Hallelujah, but goddamn, that one broke me for sure. If you guys enjoyed today's video and you want to see the full uncut album reaction, check out Patreon. The link's in the description. I love y'all. Let me know in the comment section how you guys are feeling about Shawn's personal growth through this, because I feel like it's been so beautiful. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.